Number 610 has been named Ying Ying, which means graceful, and the male number 606 is now called Lele, which means happiness. The pandas began their journey early this morning from the Wolong Giant Panda Reserve in Sichuan province. Their handler has accompanied them to Hong Kong and will stay here for 2 years to make sure they settle in. Here's more from Jenny Lam.
The long journey for pandas 606 and 610 began at 7 o'clock this morning. Perhaps a little apprehensive about why they were being confined to a cage, you may well wonder what they made of the commotion around them. This member of staff from Ocean Park, who went to Wolong to escort the pandas to their new homes, said the pair was cooperative when they were locked into their cages. Li Jianju, a deputy director of the State Forestry Administration, said he hoped the pandas can successfully breed in Hong Kong and that everyone in the territory, especially the children, will like them. Our national treasure, we wish you well, young children chanted as they bade farewell to the pandas. Vets and carers then accompanied the animals on a nearly 4-hour ride to the airport, among them He Changwei, who has been feeding and taking care of the pandas for more than a year. He will spend 2 years in Hong Kong himself to look after them. At Chengdu Airport, a specially chartered flight waited for the pandas on the tarmac. Oblivious to the big move, the pandas simply carried on munching bamboo in their cages before being loaded onto the plane. Pilots who have experience in transporting animals, including pandas and Bengal tigers, were selected for the flight, and the temperature in the cabin en route to Hong Kong was maintained at a cool 10 degrees Celsius to ensure the pandas' comfort. Jenny Lam, TVB News.
On arrival in Hong Kong, the pandas were given a warm welcome worthy of any VIP. Their names were unveiled at an airport ceremony. Jane Nan has the details.
The wait was finally over. The cargo plane carrying the special gifts for Hong Kong touched down at the airport at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Boeing 747 aircraft was specially chartered for the two pandas and their team of carers. The cages, though, were boarded up as the pandas were gingerly loaded onto a waiting truck. The pandas were formally presented to Hong Kong by the State Forestry Administration in a brief ceremony, and then the eagerly awaited moment. It was revealed that male panda 606 has been named Lele, meaning happiness, and the female Ying Ying, meaning graceful or fullness. The government received 13,000 submissions of names for the pandas, and after crossing out the ones that overlapped, 7,600 pairs of names were on the list. 19 people came up with Lele and Ying Ying, and one of them will be picked for a free trip to the Wolong Giant Panda Reserve. This boy, who has been following the progress of the pandas in the news, thinks Lele is appropriate for the playful male. This girl, though, said Ying Ying is a little plain for the female. Police escorted the pandas on the drive from the airport to Ocean Park. They are being housed in a newly built extension to the park's giant panda habitat and kept separately from the two pandas already there, Jia Jia and An An. Those eager to get a glimpse of Ying Ying and Lele will have to wait a while longer. The couple is expected to meet the public on July 1st, the 10th anniversary of the territory's return to Chinese rule. Jane An, TVB News.
The route for the 2008 Olympic torch was announced in an elaborate ceremony in Beijing tonight. The 130-day, 130,000-kilometre journey will include a trip to the top of Mount Everest. Taiwan is also on the schedule. The ceremony was carried live on television, and officials with the International Olympic Committee were among those attending the event. The Beijing 2008 Olympic torch design was also unveiled. It resembles a traditional Chinese scroll. Towards the end of its international leg, the torch will go from Ho Chi Minh City to Taipei. Then there are stops in Hong Kong and Macau. Taipei initially said it would not accept a place on the relay if the flame entered or exited the island via the mainland, Hong Kong or Macau. Tonight, the chairman of Taiwan's Olympic Committee called the route unacceptable. A new peer public pier opened today following the closure at midnight of Queen's Pier in Central. Despite the controversy surrounding the decommissioning of the historic pier, many people appeared pleased with its replacement. Rahina De Luna reports.